Hello everyone. Recently I released an ambient soundscape and I thought I'd do a kind of walkthrough of the effects I used, how I used them and what order I used them in. So let's have a go at that. Everything was played on the one guitar, on this lovely Hills guitar. Great value for money. Just to add one caveat, I have no affiliations with any of the companies whose equipment I use, and I have bought it all with my own money. There are no sponsorships in this video. Where do we start? Well, in that soundscape, I started with 2 tracks on the Eros Loop Studio, which you can see down here. And I'll go through them one by one. Once I had recorded them, I imported them to Cubase and started splicing the loops together to make the length I wanted. And then I improvised a tune over the top of that with the EBow and finger picking. To start with, here's the sound of the clean guitar. The first loop, I simply plucked the harmonics over the 12th and the 7th frets. But then I started adding some effects in. I'm going to go through them one by one and start them off. First of all, I have the El Capistan delay from Strymon, and that sounds like this. Fairly straightforward tape delay, no wow and flutter in it, just the slight delay. After that, I put that through the TC electronic flashback delay, and that opens things up a little bit further. Gives a bit more width, and you start to get the multi-tap feel to the whole thing. After that, that goes into the LVX, Meris LVX. I used the swirly preset on it. I think it's a standard preset that comes with it. You start to hear almost a bit of shimmer. There's a bit of pitch in there and a swelled delay. And then you add that in with the El Capistan and the flashback. It really starts to open it up. The secret sauce that starts to come in is with the H90. This preset is one I made up myself, which is a prism shift that goes into a chorus. And that sounds like this. That's starting to swirl it around a little bit. And then you're adding in all the other effects, and you start to hear this interesting sound that comes together. The one last effect that's added in is, of course, the big sky reverb. I used a cloud reverb with a long pre-delay on it. So that, in effect, adds another delay to the whole thing. And that gives you this. Loop 2 was slightly different again. This time I just introduced some basic 2-note chords that were swelled in with the EHX Attack Decay, the Pico pedal, which I have here on the board, and that went into a pitchfork, which is tuned to an octave down, so it gave a bottom note, and that sounds like this. Then we start to add some effects into it. Again, as before, we've got the El Capistan and the flashback delay. After that again comes the LVX, and on this one I have a reverse delay with a pitch on it. And with the two original delays, it's starting to come together. Then there was the addition of a couple of reverbs. There's a simple black hole reverb on the H90. Which starts to open it up. And then another cloud reverb on the big sky, this time with no pre-delay. Loop 2. As I said before, both those loops are imported to Cubase. I duplicate them a number of times, and that's ready for the next bit that goes over the top of it. Finally, there was the improvised tune that was played over the top of those loops when they were edited in Cubase. And I used the EBow and just simple finger picking as well, just playing some very simple chords, just improvising around that. And the EBow on this sounds very, very simple on its own. Start to add the effects in. That's with the El Capistan and the flashback. I put in a granular delay on the LVX with this one. And then a patch on a preset on the H90, which is a reverse delay into a reverse reverb. Which starts to open it up a bit. And then again back to the long pre-delay cloud reverb on the big sky. can bring the granular delay in and out just to suit and start to play some fingered chords. And that's a walkthrough of what I did with all the effects on Whitecross and Milldown. If you look down to your left, you'll see a link through to the video itself, and you'll be able to hear the whole tune. And until the next time, thanks for listening in.